this is a new one. This is a conversation me and one of my boys were having, and we were just talking about the word legend and just like what it means and who's a legend and all this other type of stuff. So could you tell me what you define as a legend and if you consider yourself to be a legend, whether it be Texas legend or R&B legend, however you.
Yeah. Well, to answer that question, I've done so much more than most people, more often than none. I've touched more records, meaning that if you like those records that I've touched, then it touched your heart. So legends are people who touch people's hearts, touch millions of hearts, billions of hearts, and not going out saying, I'm a legend. Now we can put it on a record, put it in writing, but when people come up to you and say you're a legend, then you are a legend. So you can't toot your own horn, you can't beat your own chest. You let other people do that for you. But sometimes you can say it in a record because that's the style, that's what you're speaking on at that time because you're speaking things into existence. There's nothing wrong with that. But when other people classify you as a legend, that means you've done something legendary.
Hmm.
And the work speaks for itself. On one record, I know I've touched a million hearts, like Kiki said in the song, but I'm on over 900 albums. And so when you think about those records I've been on, some of those records to this day probably didn't go gold till 5 years ago, but they were out 10 years ago. So I'm steady touching people's hearts without trying to do that because it wasn't done on that purpose to do that. It was done in the purpose of me being on those records to just be heard. I just wanted to be heard. I wanted people to hear how, not because of how great I could sing, but to hear that I had a gift and I'm reaching out to people.
Hmm.
So giving back, I give back. And and when you look at what I've done and what me touching people's heart, I feel like I'm an advocate for singers. I'm an advocate for artists who haven't been heard. So when you hear songs like, I was born by the river in a little tent, oh, like a river, I've been running ever since. It's been a long, 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 long time coming, and I know, oh, that a change is gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. So I'm an old soul in a new body,
Hmm.
in a new genre of music, just trying to reach people. I just want to reach people. That's all I want to do.
Hmm. Yeah, man. So what's next for Billy Cook, man?
Most definitely, me and you got to do a song.
Yeah, yeah,
You
for
know,
sure, for
so
sure.
that's
Most
that's
definitely.
one of the things I've always wanted to do. And I know you multitask and you do a lot of different things,
Yeah.
but
No, I tell you, man. I got to do my Billy Cook record.
yeah,
I got
I
to.
got to
You know
do
what
it,
I mean?
man,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
it's about changing lives, one life at a time, one person at a time, and I do this because I'm trying to make sure that I reach out and help so many people. My music and my family is the same way. Like my son, he has a company called Lemonade Sips, and it was birthed out of something. He said when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. He literally went out and started a lemonade business and custom lemonades because he wanted to see a different smile on everybody's face with every cup that he sold. He said, if Pops, if you can go out and change lives one mic at a time, one record at a time, I'm gonna do the same thing, and I'm gonna start by doing this by doing it with my little girls right now. My son has 4 kids, 3 girls and 1 boy, and he's doing it for them. And every time you see them, the more lemonade sips, the more lemonade cups that he put out there. So, and it's to help with mental, we call it mental health. So we're not trying, we are doing it one cup at a time, each one teach one, each one reach one with each one of his cups. And I'm helping him do that.
Hmm.
And he's helping a lot of young fathers, a lot of young teens, a lot of people who don't have help. So he's showing them, look, hey, he said, one thing he's learned, because he's been in network marketing with us, because we've been in network marketing for a long time, is that, leaders go do it first. So if I'm gonna do anything, I'm gonna step out and be a man, be a father, and be a that person that he needs to see that tall mountain so he have something to reach for. And I tell every young brother do the same thing. And we got to get into the communities and help the young men because we don't have enough of us.
Yeah.
We don't have enough of us.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's from daughters. A son needs to have a father in his life, and a daughter needs to have a father in his life. So she can know, so the daughter can see what a real man looks like, so she can know that when she goes out and looks for someone, she's not looking for just know anybody. So my music has touched so many people, and I want his lemonade to do the same thing. Yeah. And I'm one of his biggest customers. Yeah. I drink a lot of his lemonade. That's so now I gotta step away from drinking it and just sell more of it. So but he's been doing very great with that. But mental health is a big thing with this, and that's what we want to do. We want to push that out. So being an entrepreneur has taught me how to get it out there.
Yeah. That's what's up, man. Well, man, you want to get your social media and everything before we get up out of here?
My IG is The Real Billy Cook. My Facebook is Billy Cook H-Town, or Billy Cook Houston. And but they'll see all my links on those pages. It's easy for me to give Instagram because I'm on that the most. I'm just now getting familiar with TikTok and Snapchat.
Yeah, I'm still coming around to TikTok.
But I get it now. Yeah. I get it now. People are looking for us. They're looking for us, not me. They're looking for us. We as a people, we as a whole, we as an industry, we as the Houston culture.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. Well, listen, man, it's been an honor, you know what I mean, to have you here, man. Hey, it's Donnie Houston Podcast, Billy Cook. Hey, man, we're up out of here.
Donnie Houston.